free thinker, freedom keeper, truth seeker. You guys know we love it. We love it. Anyways, I don't know what I'm going to title this video. I just made a quick video doing a commercial about my live auction tomorrow. But I want to talk to you from me to you, to my viewers, on why I decided to do this. For those of you that don't know, I'm originally from Rochester, New York. I'm a Navy veteran and kind of an entrepreneur. I don't have a job. I haven't worked a job in many, many years, and kind of like an independent contractor. I do different things for money. I have different sources of income coming in, but if I need to make some money to, buy some silver or something like that, I'll deliver food, do Ubers, whatever. I'm not above any of that stuff. But one of the main reasons I moved here to Las Vegas, Nevada, I moved here right after the scamdemic started. I got here and I left October 2020. You can go check out my old videos. I had a family member and his son, well, a good friend of mine and his son, he's like my nephew, got an offer to play basketball here at Bishop Gorman, and they asked me if I wanted to go. And Las Vegas is my #1 favorite city. Miami's my 2nd favorite city. And I decided to take them up on that offer. I said, sure. And this is a couple of months after I first started stacking silver. And I knew that Nevada, #1, Las Vegas is just Las Vegas. You love Las Vegas. But I quickly found out that Nevada is a silver state. So I was like, wow. It was already my favorite city before I knew about silver and it being the silver state. But now it's the silver state. I'm like, wow. Yeah, this is a win-win for me. And so when I got out here, I did a lot of exploring. I've been to every coin shop out here, made a lot of deals. I know the city like the back of my hand now. I've been here. I got here early November because I made a trip from Rochester, New York. I left late October. I went to Ohio, helped my brother pack, and then from there I went down to, I remember I stopped at, in Cincinnati, I stopped at Silver Joker's neck of the woods. I stopped at his coin shop. That was a cool experience, man. And then I went down and I stopped at my other brother's house, best friend / brother's house, my former Navy friend. We used to be in the Navy together. I stopped in Cabot, Arkansas for about 10 days. And then down there, I found out that Brandon won the election, and that's when I started really waking up. I was already awake, but that really woke me up. And then from Cabot, Arkansas, I went straight west to Las Vegas, Nevada. I stopped. I remember I stopped at Walter White's house. That's my #1 video, by the way. I got like 60-something thousand views on that. On the way there, I stopped in New Mexico. I stopped in Texas first, and it was a good trip. Then I got here, and then the rest is history. You can go back and watch all my old videos to see my journey. And I've been offered about 4 or 5 times. I've been offered from different coin shops if I wanted to work with them. And I told them all no. You know what I mean? Because first of all, I'm Jerry Loves Freedom, right? I like to move around and I don't like to sit at one spot at a job. It's just not me. I found that out quickly about myself. I need to work something that I can move around and stuff like that. So I had a lot of offers to do different things, and I told them all no. But my favorite coin shop at first was the Nevada Coin Mart before I found out about the Nevada Coin and Jewelry a few months later. The Nevada Coin Mart is down there more on West Flamingo. But I quickly found out they weren't my favorite. I'm not gonna talk bad about anybody. But a friend of mine introduced me to the Nevada Coin and Jewelry, and I went there, and I fell in love with that place. I fell in love with the people that are there, and I fell in love with the place. And I truly believe in my heart, from my experience of being in the coin shops hundreds of times here, maybe 1,000 times now, that the Nevada Coin and Jewelry, by far, head and shoulders, is the best coin shop. And you can go back to my old videos and watch what I used to say about them. And I'm not saying that because I'm working with them now. I'm working with them now because they're the best. And not just the best prices and all that, just the quality of people, and the owner, Nick. He's my guy, man. He's definitely the best coin shop owner, in my opinion, that I've ever run across, to be honest. And so he texted me and asked me if I wanted to do some social media stuff with him. And that was an honor, man, when he asked me that. And again, I've been asked this before, and I just brush it off. I said, oh no, I'm busy, or I can't do nothing. And I am busy, and I do things. But I told Nick that'd be awesome, sure. And I went there that day. He took me in the back of the shop, and then we worked out, what we're gonna get paid, or this, that, and the third. And he looked at me, he said, "Do you got anything going on right now?" I said, "No." I lied to him. I do have things going on. But to get this opportunity to work, like I said, in my opinion, the best coin shop I've ever been to, I'll put all that stuff to the side. Because I believe in what he's doing and his customer service. This guy, every time I walk into the shop, he hands me a drink, some snacks, and even I'm just coming to browse, I don't think I've ever been in there and not bought something. You know what I mean? Because their customer service is just unbelievable. And I'm big on that, man. And you go down the line and check the marks of what a good coin shop is, or just a good business, period. But specifically for a coin shop, because that's what we're talking about, I mean, they check all the boxes, man. They never not have something. They never not treat you right. They make you feel like your family. And they don't just do that for me. They do that with everybody. You know what I mean? And he'll sit there. And of course, you got a lot of new stackers that come in, and they ask a lot of questions, man. And I see the time he takes, and Laura and his other employees take with the new stackers, and he don't try to rush them out or nothing like that. And I said, wow. I told myself, if I ever had a coin shop, I'd run it just like this. And remember, I was selling a little bit of silver, but it was hard for me to do it because I just love it so much. But now I'm getting the best of both worlds. I get to be in that coin shop, be around all that silver and stuff, be around good people, and I get to sell silver that's not mine, so I can scratch an itch that I always wanted to do, but I don't have to sell my own silver because I just love it, man. So that's why I decided to do it. I don't know where this path is going to take me. Now, I'm only doing this part-time. I'm just doing the streams and stuff like that, but I'll be in the coin shop, doing the streams and stuff. And I got to go behind the counter. And just that experience alone, man, that was, I've seen a lot of things in my life. I'm 48 years old. It's not like I haven't seen a lot of stuff. And of course, I've seen a lot of precious metals. But for them to have the trust in me, and that's what Laura said, Jerry, Nick really trusts you and stuff like that. That meant a lot to me. You know what I mean? That really did. And for me to go back there and just to see a little bit of the operations and, where I'll be at and stuff like that. That was awesome, man. That was can't put it into words. So, Nick, if you're listening, thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it, man. I really do. And for you guys out here, you can accomplish anything you want, man. You really can. Because the key to success and failure, in my opinion, and opinion of many others, is you become what you think about most of the time. Most of you guys know Earl Nightingale. He had a great speech and a great program called The Strangest Secret. And I'm ruining the end for you, but basically, when I first heard that talk and he said, the secret to success and failure is you become what you think about most of the time, I was like, well, wait a minute. If that's the case, I'd be a girl, because all I think about is girls. But it's true, I was talking to my god kids yesterday, and she was, one particular female, she was telling me all these things she wanted to do, and I said, okay, well, what are you doing for it? Are you writing stuff down? Are you watching videos? Because this technology we have, ladies and gentlemen, and I told her this, she's 17, she'll be 18 in October. I said, I was 17 in 1992. I said, if you would have came to me from 2023 now and went to the past of 1992 and showed me this phone right here and showed me everything that you have on this thing. First of all, I say it's not a phone because a phone has a thing and a thing right here so you can listen and talk through it. So that's not a phone, it's just a rectangular box. What are you talking about? and then you went through the phone, I was telling her this, and you showed me all the stuff on it, I would think you were from outer space. Technology is something else, man. And I told her, you have $1 million equipment in your hand, you don't know it. It's just that technology makes everything deflationary, and I'll make a video about that later. Because back then, if you'd have had this device back in 1992, this would have been $1 million phone or $1 million device. This has more computing power in it than the computers had in NASA putting the moon putting the shuttle on the moon. So I asked her, I said, what are you doing with all this technology in your hand? Are you, because she wants to do nails and hair and stuff. I said, are you watching everything you can on it? And I explained to her, because she watches TikTok videos and all this crap. I said, the secret to success is you become what you think about most of the time. I said, when you're up for 16 hours, 15 hours, however many hours you're up, what are you thinking about? And I told her that. I said, you're watching TikTok and Instagram shorts and all this garbage. And I explained to her that all that stuff is for distractions. These people, these you-know-who's up there, not God, but the people above us, the elites, that's exactly what they want. They want to keep us distracted and divert our attention to something that's not productive. I said, look, this is what you got to do. And I explained to her that you become what you think about most of the time. When you buy a new car or something like that, as soon as I got my red Toyota Camry, I saw them everywhere because now I had it. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between reality and what's fake. You got to keep talking to yourself. Read Think and Grow Rich, and that explains it to you better than any book ever by Napoleon Hill. That's my financial mindset Bible. I read that every year and a half, 2 years, because I keep evolving and I'm a different person. But it's true, you do become what you think about most of the time. And I explained that to her, and she rolled all this stuff now. She says, okay, cool, I'm gonna try that. And that's good. But for us, we're grown-ups. Sometimes we think, oh, they're kids, they got a lot to learn. I've learned more in the last 3 years, about 3 years, that I probably learned in almost all my life in the last 3 years being on YouTube. This wonderful technology. College is the biggest. I went to college. College is the biggest scam in comparison to technology and YouTube and stuff like that. They don't teach you how to learn, they teach you what to learn. But again, that's another video. So I'm very proud to be working with the Nevada Coin and Jewelry. And the reason I'm working with them and the reason why they asked me to work with them is not because I'm some special person or nothing like that. It has nothing to do with that. It's because you become what you think about most of the time. It's true. Nevada Coin and Jewelry by far was my favorite coin shop. And I didn't hide that from anybody. So with me making videos and learning about silver and busting my ass making all these videos and stuff like that, he didn't ask me to do social media because I didn't do social media or didn't know about silver. He asked me to do social media because I do social media and I do know about silver. So if you want something, you got to think about it all the time, ladies and gentlemen, all the time. Now, obviously, you can't do it every second of the day, but that's why we say you become what you think about most of the time. Success and failure. And if you think about BS and all the time and stuff like that, and I'm guilty of that too. I think sometimes negatively about the economy and stuff going on. I'm guilty of it. But you got to think about the things that you want and keep your mind off the things you don't want. So, you guys know I love you. I come a long way, man. And we can all come a long way. Every time I look up and I see these palm trees and stuff like that, and I see the mountains surrounding me, I'm just a kid from Rochester, New York, man. Rochester is way upstate New York. It's cold up there. There ain't no mountains that you can see. It's not no warm weather. It's all snow, and there's damn sure ain't no palm trees. As a kid, I just loved Las Vegas. My grandparents used to always go out there every year. They went to Atlantic City too, but my grandmother really loved Las Vegas. My grandma's my all-time favorite person behind my daughter. And I miss my grandma, you know what I mean? But all the pictures she used to take of Las Vegas and everything else, I just loved it. And again, you become what you think about most of the time. So I knew that when my grandma used to come back from Las Vegas, she used to be so happy about everything that all the things she did and stuff like that. And I told myself when I was a kid, I said, man, I'm going to come to Las Vegas. I'm going to come to Las Vegas. And I kept saying that. I didn't know the power I had back then, because nothing's more powerful than your brain, ladies and gentlemen. You get that for free. There's no supercomputer, no AI, no computer anywhere in the world that's more powerful than your brain. You got to use it right. And when I got into my 20s, I worked for this company called MCI. And I finally got to take my first trip to Las Vegas, and I loved it, man. Now, I stayed in the Strip area, and now I barely go there. And I told myself then, when I got here, I said, man, I went there for 4 days, five days, 4 nights, or something like that. That trip went by like this. And I told myself, I said, I'm going to live here one day. I'm going to live here one day. And little did I know, 20 years later, I'm living here. And I'm literally living my dream right now. You know, I'm not no rich man or nothing like that as far as money is concerned. But I have everything I want, and I'm living in the place that I want to live in. And I'm not telling you that to brag. I'm telling you that because you guys can do that too. You can. And I wake up every single day and I appreciate what I have. I appreciate it, because in order to get more stuff, the things that you like, your health, your wealth, your love, your happiness, your spiritual, whatever, you got to appreciate what you have, or you're not going to get any more of the things that you want. And I wake up in the morning, I look out, and I tell my wife, I said, I'm living in paradise. This is paradise I'm living in. And it don't have to be Las Vegas. It's anywhere you want to live, or anything you want to do or be or have, you can do it. I promise you can do it. But remember the secret. You become what you think about most of the time. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you on the live stream tomorrow, all right? Make sure you go to Whatnot, download that app, and let's do some giveaways, and let's get some silver, all right? I love you guys. God bless you and your family. Peace and love, guys.